Hi Gemini, thanks to both of you in fact for watching. Since it's the twin sign, we are going to do a 3-card tarot spread for the sign of Gemini, so I'm shuffling now. This is for late October 2019. Best time to watch it is of course right now, because the way these things go, we get drawn to where we're going to be drawn to at the right time. And here we have the 8 of Wands. Something tells me it's not going to be quite this simple, right, because it is the first of 3 cards, and we'll do some more cards for significance as we go along. I'm actually going to use another tarot deck this week, so it's tarot all the way. Fast moving progress here, and really very little need to think about kind of the fine details of whatever's going on at the moment. When this card comes, basically it's going on. There's no stopping it. It's very positive, but it is very fast, and some people find that a little bit negative. Some people want to take more time over things than this card suggests is going to be available, but there is a lot of positivity in this, and it's fast flowing positivity. So if what comes in to begin with isn't entirely positive, not to worry, because things are going to keep moving and positivity will come. You know, it's a cycle. Absolutely everything is a cycle. So what else have we for Gemini this week? Oh, one's turned itself over in the deck. Look at that. I can't oh, they're all falling out. I can't ignore that. And that's just given me the 3rd card as well, I guess, but I'm not going to look at that just yet. This is the middle card, in a sense, the heart of the matter, and it's the 4 of Swords. So, decisions. They're a very pressing matter, aren't they, decisions? And even if it doesn't feel like an important thing, if you've really got to decide something, then you've really got to decide something. But this card says you can take a rest, okay? We've got 3 of the swords hanging over the character's head there, and he's kind of sound asleep, and that's a wonderful thing because he's got the other sword by the side of him there. And when he wakes up, he will be able to make at least one decision, the decision about the sword that's lying next to him. The other 3, well, they're hanging over his head, but they're tied up firmly. So there's going to be time, and it really is good to take time out sometimes, particularly when the 8 of Wands is pushing things along. I said it wasn't going to be that simple, didn't I? And it looks like it certainly isn't going to be that simple. Very verdant card though, there's lots of green on the trees. A very happy scene, really, and I think I'd be happy if I could just kind of fall asleep mid-afternoon like that and take a break. So that's looking pretty good, and it's going to look even better, Gemini, if you can take a bit of a rest from things. That may be, you know, literally having a sleep, or it may be just kind of staying away from a situation that isn't doing you any good until such times as you really feel that you know how to handle it. Very few people actually know what's best for anybody else, but lots of people think they know what's best for everybody else. Could that be you, Gemini? Take a little break from it, you know, because you don't want to be rushed into this. I feel this is quite an important decision, and I do feel there's a lot of energy behind it, rushing along. So take that break, take that sleep, just get your head down somewhere, whether that's real sleep or just taking a bit of time off. It's really important, you know, it really is. The most draconian sort of employers in the world understand the need to give people a bit of time off, except sadly I think in China, but they'll learn, they really will learn in the end. There we go. Well, another card popped itself out and fell on the floor there, so I've got to take this as the next card, and really it's the outcome card. We'll do some more cards for significance with the Rider-Waite in a second and find out a bit more about where all these things are heading. And it's the 3 of Pentacles. Alice is up in the tree there, and her hard work looks as if it's paying off quite nicely, because there is a lot of goodness going on in this card. A lot of very positive energy shown by the fact that it's Pentacles, because we've got, well, really all the energies working together, but they're working together under the auspices of divine guidance, under God, under spirit, under happenstance, whatever you think, really. But it's all about good things happening when the pentacles come up, because all the elements are actually headed in the same direction. So things are looking good. Things are looking in a row. It's quite good to look back a little bit over the past when this card comes up, but really it's most important to keep looking forward, because it is the 3, and it is a very positive card in terms of manifestation and in terms of whatever work you're trying to do. Very positive indeed, really. But the White Rabbit here is looking very, very carefully at the plans, and The king is really enthusiastic about it, but when kings turn up to look at things, you can be pretty sure they're trying to sort of look at things from different angles and make sure that whatever investments they might have put into the thing are actually looking as if they might just possibly pay off. Okay, so there we go. 8 of Wands, first card, loads of progress. Take a rest with the 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Everything is going, as they used to say in England in the 1920s, everything is going swimmingly. Can't think of a better word for it there. But there we go, Gemini. That is looking very, very positive. There's actually not a lot of duplicity in this, and this is the one thing for Gemini. You know, you are always very aware that there are at least 2 sides to every coin. That really shows itself here, because there is a need to stop and rest and think and say, where is this going? Okay, let's go into the Rider-Waite now. And I'm going to say, first of all, tell me more about the 8 of Wands in this reading for Gemini, late October 2019, or now, whenever now is, because these things are evergreen on my channel. Do subscribe, please, by the way, if you haven't yet, and tap the bell so you don't miss anything, because more videos are coming all the time. I like to keep it flowing, and I like to keep it real. A lot of people think that spiritual people and tarot readers in particular never keep it real, but believe me, this is very earthy, very grounded stuff, really, when we start to take it seriously. So tell us more about the 8 of Wands, and we have... Gosh, the Sun card. Right, that really does make it look even more positive. All that fast-moving progress is actually taking us somewhere where we need to be. There's fertility everywhere, and this growing child is really ready to come into her own. I do feel it's a female. Let's just check I haven't got that wrong. Yes, it's most definitely a female. I've got a very dark screen in front of me, and it's hard to tell. But there we are. This child is actually just about to have great things happening. We've got the white horse there. The colour white in spiritual terms tends to mean actually people are going in the right direction, and it may even be quite fast. And the horse, almost a unicorn. Actually, I mean, there's no horn there, but it just looks a bit unicorny in my screen as I look at it there. So there is a lot of magic around this. And of course, it's the good old sun, which gives us life, you know, and makes everything tick on the planet. So that is going with the 8 of Wands, to say that all that fast progress that... like in the 3 of Pentacles, I'm saying, is going in just the right direction, is actually going in just the right direction. It's X1X, Roman numerals, that's number 19 of the major arcana, so that is kind of close, that is kind of personal. There are sunflowers in this card as well, showing that whatever the sun brings is actually going to come to fruition, is actually going to flower. So just do not give up hope, no matter what happens. It's important that, in terms of manifestation, it's particularly important, but just in terms of everyday life, if you give up hope, you're just never going to get anywhere, really. And maybe you're happy where you are, but life is changing. If you just stay static all the time, that change doesn't come and things just don't feel right. So tell us more, please, about this time the 4 of Swords in this reading for the sign of Gemini, late October 2019. And we have number 8. The Strength card, 8, a lovely number there, you know, as above, so below, and the 8 of eternity, the life cycle, I suppose the life and death cycle and the afterlife after the death of the body, all working together there. So lots of eternity shown here, showing that actually all the changes that are happening in a good way, a way that is almost certainly going to bring more and more change as we go on through life, but positive change. A little bit scary, particularly with the 8 of Wands there, but this is about the 4 of Swords, and it can be a little bit scary just going to sleep in the middle of everything when you feel strongly that you need to be getting on with things and making things happen, and you probably will feel like that when the 8 of Wands has been in the picture. But strength, look, this lady has a great deal of strength. She can put her hands right in the lion's mouth with no fear at all, because she knows she has got the influences of everything positive and everything divine behind her. It's another major arcana card, so there we go. We've got 19, then we've got 8. What will come up to tell us more about the 3 of Pentacles? That is what I'm wondering. And let me see, right, it's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands there, and he is one of the more intellectual characters, I would say, in this deck. Certainly, perhaps more than, rather than just intellectual, he's someone who understands how to get the best out of situations, and He's a character that you would need to encourage, really, because the pages are a very youthful energy. This could actually be a youngster around you, almost certainly a male youngster, but it's different strokes for different folks, and whatever it is, it's someone who can help, someone who can really lend strength and energy to what you're trying to do at the moment, Gemini. But you kind of have to keep these people on side. And I hesitated there because another one fell out, so I'm going to give that to, it's number 17, it's the Star. And all I can really say is look at that, so positive. The naked character pouring some water on the ground, pouring some water back into the stream. A lot of restfulness indicated here, and you may need to take a good long rest. So it's showing the Four of Swords again, and it's reminding me that that was the middle card in this spread. Let's show it again, the Four of Swords, and it is so important to take a rest. And he's a king, see? Even a king needs to take a rest now and again. So there you go, Gemini. Lots and lots is happening. But there's nothing to say that you can't take things a bit easier if that's the way you want to go. I'm going to leave it there for this week. It's taken so long to upload these things. Blah, blah, blah. I'm always talking about that, aren't I? It bothers me. It needn't bother you. Meanwhile, do give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. As I say, please subscribe and tap that button so you don't miss anything. Also, leave me a comment, guys. It's always good to talk to people and see what's happening. Share me around the internet if you can, and I'll be back very soon with more readings. Thanks again, Gemini. Peace.